we have given you the certainty engine. Ageless AI is your new certainty engine. But an engine is good as what? An engine is only as good as its fuel, right? An engine with no fuel is not going to get you very far. So we have Leisa Krauss here, the BitchNBeautician, standing right over there, matching me, stealing my look. And she's going to come on and give you 20 world-class minutes and teach you how to build brand and marketing content for your practice. Folks, Leisa is one of the world's best. She's got one of her top clients, one of the top actual practices in the world joining her. And with that, I want to turn it over to Leisa Kraus, the BitchNBeautician, with the style that goes a mile. Leisa, welcome to the stage, honey.
Look at us, look at us, look at this.
We're ready to go join the choir.
I love it. Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you. Congratulations to the winner. Congratulations. Winners. 5 winners, congratulations. So I'm so excited to be here. You know that this is my jam, and I could not be more excited to give you tips and pearls in our industry. I'm having a little trouble advancing here. Amazing. Team, in the chat, how much fun have you had so far? Seriously, education and all of this for you in one sitting. You'd pay to go to a conference to see all of these speakers, and you get to see everybody tonight. So super excited. In 2026, differentiate or disappear. Now, you know I bring the spice. Obviously, my Instagram handle is the BitchNBeautician, and so you are going to get some sriracha. Shout out for Matt Sriracha there. I am excited to just tell you a little bit about the 5 non-negotiable patient demands in 2026. So a little bit about this bee. I've been in our glorious industry for 30 years. I have consulted with over hundreds of clinics at this point, and seen patients, 30,000 in clinic. I have been doing this a very long time, and I'm a profit strategist, business consultant, and I just want to see you successful. It's my passion. If I won the lottery tomorrow, I would still be here. I'd be dripping in diamonds and eating lobster, but I would still be here because I want to see you win and I want to see you successful. And so we're going to get into a little bit of my 5 top tips, and we are also going to have exciting things for winning, okay? We've seen winners tonight. That was super exciting, but I want to share with you how you're going to win long term. I have a dear friend and client with me that is here in New York City, going to chat with you soon, that generated $650K in a single month. And guys, the kicker is she only had the app live for the shop and everything for 6 days leading up to Black Friday. So for y'all out there, and I know that there are folks that love Repeat MD, love what we're doing, are super successful with it. And then there's a group of folks that maybe aren't as successful with it and cause everybody to be a little skeptical. And this bee's gonna call this out, okay? So the framework of the app is the same for everyone. So what I want to do is bring Julie out, and I want to give you some tips, because success leaves a trail, guys. This is the thing. You want to win with this, we're going to tell you how. So if you're ready to win, you're ready to up your game, I want to see ready in the chat, okay? Ready in the chat. Let's go. So I'm going to start by giving you our 5 non-negotiables before I bring out Julie, okay? So I'm going to share with this, the modern patient, you know, from tonight, the patient has changed. The game has changed. Competition is fierce. I've been doing this 30 years. So anybody who tells you that the industry is not saturated just hasn't been in it that long. If you got into it 5 years ago, it's not going to seem saturated, guys. So this is what happens, is it gets saturated, and we need to change in order to keep up with things. So let's get into it. The first thing that we need, these are the 5 non-negotiables that patients want from us in 2026 to be successful. First thing is confidence before commitment. Obviously, this is where Ageless comes in, okay? Certainty is where it's at. Patients do not want to have any fear coming in, and a lot of them do have fear. Fear is the #1 conversion killer. It's a conversation killer, everything, because people are scared to come in. They're scared to look overdone. They're scared because they don't know what the price is going to be, okay? So in waiting for Ageless AI, we want to be able to give a plethora of before and after pictures. You know, we've been talking about this for years. This is not groundbreaking news, but there's so many of y'all that still don't do it. It's so important having those before and afters, and while you're waiting for Ageless, they're gonna be able to see with Ageless what their future self looks like. That's gonna get emotional buy-in. But with confidence before commitment, don't do 1 or 2 before and afters. You gotta have a plethora. They have to see that you absolutely know your shit, okay? So confidence before commitment. Number 1, get out there and let them be confident about their decision to choose you. Number 2, visible value and savings. I will tell you right now, patients are not busy doing math, okay? No mathletes out there. 10% off means nothing to them. 10%, 15%, nobody's doing that math. So what you need to do is have visible value and savings in the dollar amount. The thing I love so much and I'm obsessed with the app is that the dollar amount is there. If you are a non-member, this is your price. If you are a member, this is your price, okay? So you want to have your team trained to say, oh, you're not a member? Did you know that if you get this Moxie treatment today, if as a member you would save the dollar amount? That is far more impressive. So tell them what they're saving. Show them in the app where they're saving. You need to be app-centric. Sometimes the app doesn't work for you because you don't know shit about the app and how to use it. You just get this app and you think magically it's going to work for you without you working for it, okay? So tell them and show them the visible savings that they are acquiring that day or that treatment. Number 3, effortless ease of doing business. In 2026, if you are not open to purchase 24/7, you will get lost and you will get left behind. If you look at all the people that are onboarding the Repeat MD app, if I'm a patient coming to your practice and I have had the experience, the luxury experience of signing onto your app, I get rewards, I get $25, $50 for downloading the app, and then I'm in my consultation, you're putting things in my cart, I see that I can buy products from you 24/7. I'm not going to another clinic because if I go somewhere else and they don't have an app, it's going to be like, oh, are they not cutting edge? They say they're cutting edge. What is your digital infrastructure? Are you texting patients? Do you have that right inside the app? Patients, look at Jeff Bezos. I mean, my gosh, last time I checked, the guy's still doing real well, all right? So you want this to be like your own Amazon convenience app, all right? My granddad, who's 89, he buys off of Amazon. It's not an excuse, and I hear this all the time, so I'm gonna call this out because you know your B will. I'm gonna call out the folks that are like, oh, people just don't wanna download the app. They just don't want another app. That is a failure on you because you haven't sold the value. People are not saying no to rewards. They're not saying no to savings. So you wanna make sure that you are doing everything you can to be effortless and easy to do business with. That means being able to purchase 24/7. And you'll be real excited, I promise you, when you get the app and you get things going and things start moving and you get those sales at 10 o'clock at night where you have no staff, you're not open, but you are still making money, okay? Number 4, elevated patient experience. This is gonna piss a few folks off. So credentials, super, super important, but an elevated experience, and if you have a luxury brand and a brand that is absolutely amazing, it actually is starting to mean more than the credentials you have. Now, is that a kick in your gorgeous face? Yes, it is. That's hard to swallow. But the patients are now judging and deciding who's the best by the brand standards, okay? You can have years of experience. You can be credentialed out the yin yang, but if you are not showing up with an elevated luxury experience, you are going to fall behind, and we don't want that for you, okay? We are here invested in you, and what your success is our success, okay? So the team needs to speak luxury language. You gotta have boardroom posture. You gotta be ready to serve the patient at the highest level. And gone are the days where you can have a laser and you can have some product and you can hang out your logo and just say, hey, we're here to do business. Those days are gone because there's so much competition. Everyone is leveling up this year. Everyone is investing. If you do not invest in your team and yourself and your business, you are going to be left behind. Again, don't let that be you. So elevated patient experience. Number 5, undeniable, measurable results. Everybody's looking towards a natural aesthetic, but you need to have visible results. People are not interested in looking so natural, spending $1,000 and nobody notices a difference, okay? So we need to make sure that we are perfecting our skills. So staying current is key for the future, okay? Are your patients getting compliments? Do they refer? And in the app, the referral is one click. Again, goes back to being easy to do business with you. If your Instagram handle or in your Instagram bio, it says that you're a master anything, master laser tech, you're a master injector, it doesn't matter what it is. You better damn well be able to give results. So they want undeniable, measurable results. So keeping up with going to conferences, doing master classes, all of these things are at your fingertips. So that is the 5. So to win in 2026, your focus is going to be on, obviously, acquiring patients, retaining those patients. You can acquire patients all day long, and if you can't retain them, you won't have shit for a practice. Okay, I'm here to tell you. Growing patient spend and gaining more word of mouth. All of these are the top things you need to win. And again, nothing new, but something that you need to focus on, and why I am obsessed with how this app helps you if you are invested in making it work. So obviously those things are going to give you revenue and profitability, and that's how to win in 2026. So I am so excited. I am thrilled to be sharing this massive success with you. It's a success story that, and I'll tell you one thing, I am motivated by 2 things. Number 1 is passion. Number 2, very close second, is spite. And I tell you this because there are folks out there that will say to me, and when I know something in my bones is gonna work, I know it's gonna work. I've seen the success of it, okay? So to me, a little bit of this is fueled by spite. I'm gonna be honest. I want to show you a success story of my dear friend, Julie Weiss, nurse practitioner, owner of the Face Institute in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And in just 10 days from launch, okay, we launched 6 days before Black Friday, the full usage of the app. She ranked number 7 across US and Canada for clinics that did the highest app revenue for Black Friday. Number 7. She had the app for 6 days before going into it. I want you to, I harp on this, and I really want you to see how it can be done, okay? And I know it can be done. So I want all of you that are still here after all the giveaways, you're in it to win it. You're the top half that makes the bottom half possible in this industry. So I'm going to take you through with Julie on how she did that. So she did $650K in 1 month, and I'm grateful that she's willing to share these numbers, okay? So in clinic and in app, $650K in 1 month. I will tell you, that's what some clinics do in an entire year. So I know you want the keys to success. Success leaves a trail, and I am so honored and excited to bring out my dear friend Julie Weiss. Jules, come on and join me. Super excited.
Queen. Lise, thank you so much for that incredible introduction. And I just have to be honest with all of you. I couldn't have done it without Leisa. You know, she joined our practice, and I'm so grateful for the support you've given Leisa in this journey. And we learned a lot in bringing this app in. We were the first ones in Canada, and you know, we were kind of the project to see how it would go. And I'm so excited to share all the pearls and tips that we learned along the way. Yeah. And I'm just going to say right up front, like, there's nothing special about me. I live in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Okay, so I'm not like Miami, I'm not New York. You know, so I was paying attention to the chat earlier, and I saw a few people in there saying, you know, I couldn't do that. So my point to be here today is to tell you that you can. I want to be an example of that because it all comes down to hard work and pushing yourself beyond the limits that you are putting on yourself.
Yeah, and taking risks. I mean, you have had an incredible year. Literally, she built a 5,000 square foot facility. She's got 20 staff under her. Shout out TFI team, we love you so much. You are booked 9 months out. I don't know many injectors that are booked 9 months out, and continues to be a leading world injector. So you just had your wedding in Italy, which was absolutely like celebrity worthy, absolutely gorgeous. So all of these successes, so many things successful. It's not always an easy road though. And obviously connecting with our audience, they know it's not an easy road. So I want you to kind of hit on what your journey's been like, because you've done all of this in your 30s, which is crazy impressive. And so tell us a little bit about the journey to get here and the success that leaves a trail.
Well, I'm going to go off of what Eli said so perfectly, which full sacrifice. You know, and kind of interesting, I went to a Tony Robbins conference when I was 22 years old, completely changed my life, and I learned how to step up. And I sacrificed my 20s, early 30s, and gave this project my all. So I worked in derm practices, I built my brand up almost completely independently until my sister joined me. And we didn't come from anything. It wasn't like I was the smartest person in the room. I wasn't set up for success in every single way, but I believed in myself almost unrealistically after, you know, having so much certainty that I could do it. And my focus was not about these numbers, right? Like, I get it, 650,000, it's great, but it's at the end of the day, money, right?
Yeah.
My focus was impact for my patients. And that's what keeps me going every single day. So Leisa sees me, you know, I work 40 to 80 hours, sorry, 60 to 80 hour work weeks. And she's in the clinic, and we kind of laugh about it because I almost look like, you know, so dehydrated, so tired. So I'm coming out of treatment rooms, I see 30 patients a day, you know, I'm trying to keep up. And it's not to glorify that. Obviously, you have to have self-care, but I'm like Gollum coming out of the room looking like Lord of the Rings. I'm not joking.
And every Thursday I come in and I say, hello, my queen, you have survived another week. Look at you. Look how many people you're transforming their lives. But it's passion.
Yeah, and literally, like, I am giving it my all. Every single patient I'm seeing, I'm putting my soul into it. They have come that day for me to transform their life, whether it's internal, external, whatever I got to do. And so, you know, Leisa coming in and, you know, bringing her beautiful energy, and of course meeting Phil and the team has been so aligned for me, because when I met Phil a few years ago, he's not even about the money. He's about transforming lives, transforming patients. So, you know, I was so aligned, and, you know, of course that kept going into this, which I'm honestly so grateful. But I just wanted to be an example that you can do this. We're going to give you the steps that we took, and they're not super complex. We kept it very simple.
Yeah, and it's the keys to success. I want to show this dashboard because we can say the numbers all day long. I want you to see the exact dashboard of what we did leading up to Black Friday. And so there's you've got your product sales, you've got treatment sales, you've got total sales and average ticket, and you've got what we did in gift cards. And so this is just essentially some legit dashboard proof for you, and we're going to share with you how that was done. And so a step-by-step launch into, so this could be information if you need to relaunch RepeatMD. Say you brought on RepeatMD, you did a shit job of bringing it on, right? And you're dropping the ball, your team's not talking about it. You could relaunch the app, okay? This is going to give you some juice. Is the juice worth the squeeze? Yes, it is. This is going to give you some juice in order to get the app up and running again, or if you're just onboarding right now, this will set you up for success and app adoption, okay? So step number one, this is going to be interactive. This is the workshop portion for you because we want you to be successful. Step number one that we did was team training and team buy-in. Your team's got to be bought in. And so, Jules, tell us a little bit about what our process was there.
So whenever you're introducing a new technology into a clinic, the first thing that happens and can happen is team hesitation. So what you want to do is really address the why. Why are we bringing this into the practice? And, you know, with RepeatMD, for us, it's a no-brainer because it gives providers certainty in their schedule for the entire year. And as a business owner, I know all of you watching right now know the number one issue in your practice is if providers are not booked, that's coming back on you. You can get all the marketing, you can push them to get on their stories, you can spend for SEO ads, everything. But your biggest pain is you're wanting your providers booked. So for us, this gets the providers booked all year round. And of course, they see that why. It's certainty, as Eli said, it's certainty for the entire year.
Yeah, they want to know what's in it for me. And so what's in it for you is getting people into this app is a marketing and revenue engine in order for you to be booked, okay? So, and making sure what we did is we brought on RepeatMD, and we had a dedicated person that we used for RepeatMD in that training. And so when we did a dedicated, this is our RepeatMD champion that made sure that it was inside, outside, backwards, knowing the app, making sure that the whole entire team was trained to speak intelligently about the app, to be able to show folks that maybe were a little bit more mature, that didn't know how to download the app, so that we could help and have that concierge service. Oh my gosh, we've got this app, so exciting. So we trained them with workshops and different things to make sure that they felt good about speaking intelligently about it. So that was step one, is team training and buy-in.
And exactly what you said, right? We, at the front desk, we had that champion sitting there, and they made sure the patient, their mom, their brother, their dog signed up for the app. So important for the team to have that buy-in, and we had someone doing quality assurance all the time.
Yes.
And then, of course, trainers. Leisa, you did such a great job with your workshops, which again, working with Phil. Phil, you're so lucky to have Leisa. She's
I paid her.
Yeah. I got the money.
Here's the money.
Here's the money. It's all over the floor. Her doing these workshops all week is, so helpful, right? To get the team adoption and for them to understand and address any uncertainties. And of course, we talked about it like it was a rewards card.
Yes.
Starbucks card. An ability, we put it in our systems, an ability to transfer your patients, because as an owner, the worst thing, obviously you built this big brand, but now the business is sitting on your shoulders. Like I said, ideally I'd love to eat one day, drink enough water. So you can use your rewards to, I put myself personally not in the rewards because I'm too booked. So I put all the other staff members in it so my patients will start to transfer over.
Yes, and then everybody's getting booked. And so step number 2 is doing a standards of practice and making it a KPI. So at the Face Institute, they're every Thursday doing practice direction. I will do my one-on-ones, my performance reviews. I go in with each of the team members, making sure that we are doing app adoption, that we're talking about it, that we're using it in consults. So making sure that there is a system. You can't just bring on the app and not have a system to use it. The app will only do as much work as your team knows how to use it. So putting it into treatment plans, putting it into consultations, okay? Utilizing it to its full extent. So step number 3, a big one was leading up to the success of the launch of the app was the social media component and making sure that, again, your entire team is bought in here. So we can do a step-by-step. What do we do for social media, Jewel?
Yeah, so for social media is number 1 when you're getting this app ready, because the patient trust is there, right? So your providers getting on their stories, and specifically with Repeat, what we did is we went on a browser, we took the link exactly to directly link them to downloading the app, and it was so easy. Within a month, we had 1,500 signups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so having your team post about it in stories, use that link. Hey, this is where you can now find rewards, referrals, our best pricing with memberships. Having them talk about it on stories, on reels, and putting that link to the app in the link tree, okay? So link tree, there's many different platforms that you can use with Instagram so that when they click on your bio, that's where it is. We also took it a step further and had everybody on the team not only do in their link tree and in the main TFI link tree, we also took in the back end dashboard, you have a link specifically for gift cards. Now, you can sell gift cards on your website with that link, on social media with that link, and right in your app. So again, it's being visible in many different areas. So we made sure that the team was all set up before launch, that they had all of those links in their link tree. So when they talked about it, links in bio, talked about it, links in bio, so that it was one click and it was really easy to get the app downloaded. So step number 4 was our email campaign. Really important. We did this leading up, it was about 4 weeks, was it?
Yep, 4 weeks.
Leading it up, saying to our entire database, which is approximately...
So 4,500 patients on the database.
Okay,
Yep.
4,500
So-
patients. And so we email blasted, something new is coming. You're going to be able to unlock 24-hour access. This is the only place you're going to have savings. And so what we would recommend, highly recommend, like 5 stars recommend, is that you don't do any more promotions that are outside the app. Drive all of that traffic into the app, because once they're in the app, that's where the gamification of the patient experience happens, which Phil and the team have done so amazingly well at. So if you get everybody into the app, this is where you're going to find all of those savings, and giving them that FOMO verbiage and terminology within your email campaign to say, here's the link. Don't make them go fishing for the link. The link is right inside that email. And so we had, there's what, over 1,500 people signed up for the app. So all of those people in there are awaiting, because it's something new. The team was talking about it, building that anticipation, and curiosity drives engagement. Okay.
When again, to think about it, our timeline was very short.
Yes.
Because we adopted the app 3 months before.
Yep.
And then we were going straight into Black Friday. So those of you that obviously now are planning, because we just got it into Canada.
Yeah,
so
just
so
available in
the more
Canada.
time you have, the better. The urgency needs to be there for the team.
Yes.
The more you can sign up right before that promotion launch, then you're going to be more successful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So step number 5 was the text messaging campaigns, because the app was live with rewards. And so the full shopping experience to the app, that's what was done 6 days before Black Friday, as they could actually shop. So text messaging, that cascade was brilliant. Jules, tell us a little bit about how we did that.
It is one of my favorite tools on the app. Text messaging changed the game for us in our practice, because we're able to reach our full database all at once. And everyone that signed up had exclusive access to all of the promotions, like what we said. So again, signing everyone up and being able to text them all at once. For the Black Friday, we did it 7 days before, 5 days before, 3, 2, 1. And you don't got to worry about annoying your patients. They are so excited about this event. It's like you're throwing a big gala in your clinic. And we know we spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on galas. It's virtual, so you're not putting this big investment. And the day we launched that app and I sent out that text, we have a funny story, because patients were coming in the clinic like it was like a big party. The whole staff, everyone's so excited about the Black Friday event.
Yes.
And that night, there's a funny gamification on our side as a provider. It's kind of hilarious, because at night, I was cooking dinner and I left my laptop open, and then I realized, oh my gosh, like all the sales, I can hear them through my laptop.
Ding,
right?
ding, ding.
Ding, 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 ding. And then I'm literally it's like 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m. So I stayed up till 3 in the morning, and I'm listening to them all come in, and I'm literally dancing in the kitchen. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. Like, I work so hard in clinic, which I'm grateful. I love it. I love my patients. But to know that patients are investing in themselves at that time, again, it's not about the numbers, but the fact I have more impact.
Absolutely.
I'm able to, as a provider, we have a canvas, we have certain paints. I get more paints to create my picture. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So it's a ripple effect of transformation, and that just does it for me. So yeah, I was dancing my way through the kitchen.
I love it.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 dancing. See, this is funny. Camera 1, pan to Julie. Julie weighed 200 pounds before she got Repeat MD. She danced her way down to being show ready. So you don't even need a GLP-1. You've got Repeat MD, listening to all those dings, just dancing your way to your best body yet. You didn't even know that was going to be in here. It's the end of the night. What can I say? So step number 6, moving on, we did a team huddle right before launch to make sure that the team was prepared. So we did last minute refresh. We reinforced the why. We said, thank you so much in advance for what you're going to handle with all of this information coming through at you, all of these sales, all of this excitement. And so it was absolutely the preparation. And so it is being proactive versus reactive. It's very easy to say, oh, the app didn't work. How much planning have you done? I always ask people when they say, oh, I'm just not having as much success as I would like.
Yep.
First question I ask is, well, did you do onboarding with your team? Who's talking about? Is there incentivization for the team? Have you listened to any of the master classes? There's keys to success here, folks, and this is what I really want to show you. So step number 7 is after the launch of the app and all of the Black Friday sales, we then had a bit of a breather, and then in the new year launched the membership.
Yeah, so the membership, and it was perfect timing because obviously you have to be very specific with your events in a clinic. You want to keep one focus at a time. We felt that would be better, so less distraction. So after Black Friday, we gave it some breathing room, and then in the new year, we launched the membership. And so we framed it as New Year, New You. And what's so fantastic about this whole thing is, as a member, we did it as a beauty bank. So it's $190 a month, and some patients still can't believe this. It's $190 a month, and then they use that money in clinic.
And they unlock a ton of savings.
Yeah, so yes, exactly. And as a business owner, it gives you revenue at the front. So for us, we've already signed up 100 patients. We're in membership March right now. So we made it kind of fun, again, a big party.
Yeah, launched
very
it
exciting.
In December, or December, January really.
Yeah.
And already over 100 members, just over 100 members now. And so having that program of Membership March, you've got to find ways to get people excited about it.
Exactly, and having that front revenue, we all know how expensive it is for our products, for, to pay our providers. To keep the business going is like a wheel, especially in medical aesthetics. Huge amounts go out in and out every single week. It's massive risk. Yes. I go like this because I think nothing's a risk. I say just go for it, but risk. So to have that money at the front helps you secure things on the back end. You can do more within your clinic.
The recurring revenue aspect is huge.
Yes.
And then tell them about the bags.
Yes,
yeah,
so
my favorite.
So again, I believe don't ever cheap out on, creating impact. So what we did is to create urgency. Our first 100 members, we created bags. And again, being the business owner, I literally did them myself, created these bags. We put effort thank you cards, membership card pamphlet we put in there, all the details. Thank you for being a member, appreciating them joining and being loyal to us. And right when we launched, it exploded because everyone wanted a bag. They said, please, people were writing me, their husbands were writing us, please save a bag for my wife. It was just
because the bags
incredible.
Were epic. The value was huge.
Yeah.
And then what was the samples that we put in?
So what we did was we put our newest skincare line samples in the bags. So it was strategic for the next month. We had a sale of that skincare, 25% off for only VIP members with that skincare. And so we tracked it. Every single person that got a bag for our membership rebought the skincare in the next month. And then we had everyone on the skincare line. So it's just, again, it's a wheel. If you're paying attention to opportunity, it's always there.
It's strategy. It's all of these are strategy. So ongoing, we keep the excitement up. You can't drop the ball on the excitement around this. And so the app is a part of your process now. It's a part of your practice. It's a part of your systems. And so we do monthly team meetings where we discuss the app stats. I go in and we do all of the stats within the app. We share success stories and we keep that excitement and momentum going so that the team is always excited. Membership March and 2 with a beauty bank, super successful. And a way that you can get in people spending that beauty bank is I love doing an in-clinic members draw. Every single month we do a draw for members. And then we do a secondary draw for members that if you spend your banked money that month, you're entered in to win a second draw. And so this keeps them engaged. It's all things that you can do in conjunction with the tool of the app. So why it pays to be a member at TFI is because, and it's all these different levels of why it pays to be a member. And so these things that they can win could be something that your vendor supports. It could be something low consumable cost, high perceived value. And when you're winning something, you want to stay in the field of being Fitzpatrick 1 through skin can get it, and not a lot of pain or cosmetic downtime. You want this to seem like it is a uplifting thing. So I would say that that's probably what we've seen as success. So this is the lead up to the launch of Success. I want you to share, Julie, with everyone. This is something that is so key. I want you to share the beauty bucks.
Yes.
The printed beauty bucks.
Yes. So this is why we did the beauty bank concept, is because what we have the staff members do is every single patient is labeled as VIP that's a member, so it's quick glance on your EMR. Then what we do is we write down their beauty bucks on a slip. And so when we're going in for that appointment, the provider walks in with the slip and says, oh my goodness, Linda, you have $570 saved. Again, high energy. You have $570 of beauty bucks. Are you wanting to use this today? And the happiness and joy on their face that they've saved that amount, it just triggers girl math, I think. And it is just like, oh, what else can I do? So interesting enough, with our providers, we always track this. We doubled our sales with the membership in the rooms because we were able to use the beauty bucks, but we always introduce it at the front end of the appointment. Then by the tail end of the appointment, they redeem that, and then they give us more paint to work with, essentially.
Yeah.
And what's nice too is financially it's great, especially for someone that doesn't want to have a big bill.
Yeah.
And they got it, they have a spouse they're relying on for, they're a mother. We have most of our patients are 35 plus. So it kind of is, it's a membership that they get to save. It's not a guilt thing anymore where they feel like, oh my gosh, my bill's $2,000. How am I going to tell my husband or wife? You know what I mean?
It's flies under that spouse radar. That's what we like.
Financially, it's just safer. You know what I mean? For them. So that's how we did it, and we're noticing a big change.
Absolutely. And so this is keys to success, okay? So ongoing keys, these are the steps that we took leading up to Julie's success, and I'm so excited that you are here. Thank you for this. Team, we are rounding this out. I want to make mention again of the master classes. This is something that you would pay thousands of dollars for. I happen to know, obviously, what I charge. I know that if you want Adam Haroon, Terry Ross, or Jared Rohr, Dr. Amanda Holden, Chris Balby, if you want any of us to do a workshop for you that's outside of RepeatMD, you're spending thousands of dollars. This is something that RepeatMD has provided for you. It is a tool to be successful, and that's what we want. It's all of this is for your success. Make sure that you get on those. I am going to be doing master classes literally with this team, and I'm going to be doing daily workshops. So stay tuned for those. Guys, this is the keys to the kingdom. This is success for you. You are the real ones. You have stayed for this entire thing. Bless you. So I want to just say, woo! That is a wrap on tonight. Thank you so much, Chris.
Thank you, ladies. Y'all absolutely crushed it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, everybody. That is a wrap. Mila, if you're out there, you better get in bed. On behalf of RepeatMD, the team, the crew, the ladies, the doctors, good night. We'll see you tomorrow, Tuesday, 5 p.m. for round 2. But that is a wrap, and we'll see you at the top, everybody. Good night.
Woo!